This is the Entertainment Wizard, and episode 7 is on how the PlayStation 4 is designed off the Sega Dreamcast. When the PlayStation 4 was announced, Sony said their objective was to make the console simple. The PS4 is designed like a computer board for a PC, and in doing so, it creates a very easy and effective architecture for creating excellent video games. Since the PS4 is designed like a normal PC, it gives developers a major heads up and allows them to take knowledge they have from designing PC games and adapting it rather easily for the PS4 boards. This review is not to discuss the console's entertainment abilities, because this is not a review of the PS4 versus the Xbox One. However, I will be doing a review of this soon. The PlayStation 4 has a lot to offer in terms of gaming. The console's easy development architecture means we'll be getting solid games on a fairly regular basis. The controller looks great, but has something new. It has a touchscreen in the middle for more interactive gameplay. Now, it does seem a bit questionable for a small touchscreen to have a major appeal, but I will reserve judgment since we have not seen games for it yet and how they will interact. The new Move camera for the PS4 will be even more advanced and allow for even better move detection with the new motion controller. And unlike the PS3, it does seem the PS4 will produce a large amount of games that will take advantage of 3D effects and the motion controller, as well as the new touchscreen, creating far more creative and complex and interactive gameplay experience. One last thing, the PS4 will allow the PSP Vita to function as a controller, and since it has a large touchscreen, it will become a popular controller option for the PS4. Now, as I stated at the beginning of the episode, the PS4 is designed off the Sega Dreamcast. And now I'm going to talk about why. The Sega Saturn was notorious for being difficult to program for, but it was an advanced console, and the PS3 has had similar problems. Sega decided with their next console to make it simple. They wanted their new console to be easy to develop for and produce quality games, and as a result created the Sega Dreamcast. The Sega Dreamcast used one central processor and a 3D graphics chip, and as a result made an easy platform to develop solid games for. And they also used a Microsoft OS for the console, which made it even easier for game developers since this was a PC OS that game developers knew very well. As a result, created some of the best games ever made, and games are still made for the console today. And some games looked better on the Dreamcast than they did on the more powerful PS2. The Sega Dreamcast produced an interesting new controller that has something that had not been used before. The middle had a mini screen. It was a memory card and a mini screen hybrid called a VMU, or Virtual Memory Unit. The screen added an extra layer to gameplay, like for sports games, you could select players for your team without your opponent seeing you. And with games like Resident Evil Code Veronica, it allowed you to monitor your player's health status. The PlayStation 4's controller's installed screen is a touchscreen, and obviously more advanced, but obviously designed off the Sega Dreamcast's VMU unit. The PlayStation 4's boards are designed like a normal PC board, and while there are several processors in the PS4's boards, the boards themselves are designed like a PC, and therefore gives game developers a major edge in making next-gen games for the PS4. The Sega Dreamcast created a simplified board system that in turn created excellently visual, stunning games. And since the operating system that was used also for PCs, made creating games for the Sega Dreamcast very easy for game developers. In conclusion, the Sega Dreamcast is responsible for creating not one, but two powerful consoles. The Microsoft Xbox was created because Microsoft worked so close with Sega on the Dreamcast, and the PlayStation 4 has taken multiple excellent designs from the Dreamcast and created the PlayStation 4, and as a result will likely be the most powerful and greatest console of the next generation. And it has the Sega Dreamcast, which, while it did not last long, has a long legacy between games still being made for today and its design being modernized in the PlayStation 4 to thank for it. This is the Entertainment Wizard, signing off.